So I'm going to share my screen. Okay.
All right, guys, I just started recording. So everything's a go now, okay?
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. Okay, so for this club meeting, it's going to be a little informative, right? So, you know, we're university students. Well, all of us in here are university students, right? You can keep it
Yes,
in the chat.
ma'am.
Yeah. So we need to know, we're going to face reality in like a couple months or a couple years. If you're in first year, if you're in final year, you know, after university, you graduate, right? You need to go into the work world. So now we're going to look at navigating your professional life, right? So we're going to look at LinkedIn, resumes, CVs, cover letters, careers in geography, and ArcGIS Pro if you want to be or go into the GIS field. It's a good field to go in. Like the trend is really up there. And almost every sector or business in Jamaica have like a GIS analyst because they need it. So about me, so Kamara gave a nice introduction. So I'm pursuing a bachelor's in geography and management. Oh, sorry about the correction. And that's my major, and my management studies my minor. So I'm aspiring cartographer, GIS analyst, and specialist. Anything in the geo field, basically, I would take up. So I'm also an entrepreneur, I'm a resume writer, and an artist, right? So the first thing we're going to talk about our goals. So as a university student, right, you need to make plans, you need to make goals, short term and long term, right? The first one can be a little ambitious, but it's a good thing to work towards. So you can have at least 5 job interviews lined up by your graduation day. So like, for example, for me, expected graduation date is going to be November 2021, right? So what I'm working on is trying to get 5 job interviews by November, December to January
Love that.
2022, right? It's ambitious, but it's a good thing to work towards, right? The next thing when you're doing job applications, guys, is to have a professional business profile on LinkedIn. I did a survey last week and I realized a lot of university students, high school students, they don't know what LinkedIn is. It's really important now, like in today's society, to have one where job recruiters can actually see or know your online presence instead of looking on Instagram or Facebook. They go to your LinkedIn profile first to see who you are as an individual or a professional individual, right? So the next goal, you should have at least 200 new professional connections on your LinkedIn profile. That's the first thing, right? So
Wow.
as you grow your profile, guys, you need to build up over 500 professional connections. And those connections should be related. It could be students like your classmates and also people who are in your career field. So for example, I want to be a GIS technician, specialist analyst. I'm going to connect with other geographers, other GIS people, get to know what the work world is like for them. You can talk to them, get their numbers, schedule Zoom meetings, and that's how you build your connection. So it's networking, and you really need that now in today's society, right? It's not just going to school, university, getting the degree. You need to create like links. You know, links around the world. You need to create those things, and you can do that through LinkedIn, right? You need a defined career path and a career plan. I know some people doing like they're doing a degree now, and they're like, you know, probably later down you're going to change your career path, but it's always good to know where to start. So for like me, I'm doing geography. Probably 5 years, 10 years down the line, I'm going to do business. So, you know, it's good to like start from somewhere. So you can have a defined career path now, later down, you can change, but always start from somewhere, guys. And the next thing is to increase preparedness for a professional working environment, both locally and internationally. And you can do that through having a professional resume or CV. CV is a curriculum vitae to help in your job search. And you can put your resume on LinkedIn or create a resume from LinkedIn. I did not know that till last week. You can create a resume from LinkedIn, guys. So you can do that. Make sure you have it. As a
Oh, neat
university,
stuff.
yeah, as a university student, guys, you need to have a resume, okay? You only have a CV if you're going into like the field of academia, academics, anything like that. But it's good to have a resume. It's actually one page, guys. So don't have no two-page resume as a university student. It should be concise, condensed, and everything on one page, okay? How do you update your LinkedIn? What you mean? Like the URL or what? I'm doing my sitting. Nice stand. All right, guys. Oh, you can link Jardi Art, man. I still get into that, guys. I still get into that. Don't worry. All right. Okay. So why is LinkedIn important, right? So you build a professional network and your connections. You find internships and jobs, right, guys? So as I said before, you follow or you connect with people in your career, like in your career field. So like, for example, geography, connect with a lot of geographers, connect with students, talk to them every day, annoy them, everything. Research companies you're interested in working for. So like you want to, for example, work at National Works Agency, NEPA, ADPEM, all those environmental agencies. If they're on LinkedIn, you go and take a look, right, guys? You go and take a look, and you can get to know a lot more about them. So when you're in the job interview now, you can have questions like we call it now to like impress them. Always have questions when you're going into job interviews. Like don't make them just always ask a question, ask back questions so they know that you're here and you're serious, right? So create a professional display of your academic and career accomplishments. That is an important thing. LinkedIn is like an online resume. So you have to brag everything that you do, volunteer work, your grades, stuff, certificates, put them on LinkedIn. The right person will see it, the recruiter can see it. And it makes it easier for companies and recruiters and hiring managers to find you. So the next thing, so LinkedIn and the job market. So 50% of hiring managers will decide to proceed with your application based on your LinkedIn profile. I think this is globally, and I think Jamaica is tapping into it now where they try to, you know, they research before they even call you back or something. They research your online presence. And 91% of marketing executive list LinkedIn as a top place to find quality content, right? And the next thing is 94% of recruiters say they use LinkedIn to find candidates. So guys, when you're applying, make sure you have keywords in your on your LinkedIn profile. So if you're applying to a specific job, and the keywords are there from the job description and recruiters look you up, they can know that you're eligible or you're like the best candidate for the job, right? And these are some stats. 100 million members log in every day, 260 million members log in every month, 500 million LinkedIn members worldwide. So, it's a growing platform and it really helps. So how to build your LinkedIn profile? Does everyone here have a LinkedIn profile? You can drop it in the chat. Wow. Everybody has one? If you don't, you can always link me. I still drop my contacts, all my details. I do resume makeovers, LinkedIn makeovers. You need that professional LinkedIn profile, guys. It helps. Talking from experience, it helps. Okay. So if you don't have one, it's always a good time to start one because it's your online resume. LinkedIn is always your online resume, right? So you need a headline and summary, a headshot, a professional picture. You don't have to, if you don't have money like to go like a professional photographer, you can always have like a white cloth in the back and you take a headshot or just a professional picture overall, a banner behind your headshot, guys. So a banner should be like personalized. So if you're doing geography, make sure it's something geography related, like nature, forest, or if you want to be a GIS technician, you have something GIS related in your banner, right? A summary that captures attention, a detailed work and volunteer experience, your education details, and your skills, right? Skills, very important. I'm going to show you my LinkedIn profile soon. Well, yeah, I'll show you guys so you can know. Yeah.
Jarda, while you're finding that, I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you know how, for example, on Instagram, when
Mm-hmm.
people want to drive traffic to their pages, they try to post relatively often.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we need to keep posting often on LinkedIn as well, or as long as you have good quality posts, that might be okay, even if they're few in number?
All right, it's a yes and no, right? So, okay, social media, it's a part of social media. So there are specific times, just like Instagram, where you can post stuff, right? I'll send the information. You can drop your emails and I'll send you all the information you need. The best times to post on LinkedIn. If you have businesses on Instagram, there are best times to post, right? So I can send you that information. And there's nothing such as post too much on LinkedIn. It is actually a platform to show off your skills, your basically your accomplishments. So there's not really posting too much, but there's a right time to post on LinkedIn. So your like majority of your connections can see what you have accomplished. Understand?
Yes, got you. Thank you.
That's
Okay.
very interesting because I don't post. Thank you.
You need to post, guys.
You who do
Like
not things don't post on LinkedIn. That's crazy,
you
bro.
need to post, guys. Yeah. There are specific times. I have the flyer. I'll share it with you guys. You can, yeah. Okay, let me see. But I'm going to show you guys my my LinkedIn profile. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Jesus, my bad mind. What should this again?
All right, guys, ready? So, as I said, you need a professional picture. This is like a half professional picture. I don't know. I'll take a new one soon. You need a brand banner, right? Something that defines you. What defines me right now is my business, Jardi Art Rain Creativity. I could put something GIS related, but time. You can do that, right? Have your name, right? For your headline, I'm a geography and management studies student graduating November 2021 with a passion for GIS. You see how this headline is very short, but it basically summarizes my life right now. You guys get it? So make sure you have the keyword student because you're a student now. Always make sure you have what you're studying or pursuing, what degree you're getting, have it in your headline and what you're passionate about. Always include your graduation date in your headline if you're a student. So mine's November 2021. I don't know if it will change because of Corona. Don't know, but that's the expected graduation date for UWI students, right? November, right? So the next thing, I'm open to work. Only recruiters can see this. So GIS analyst, administrative assistant, data entry clerk, these are entry level jobs for now. You can always customize yours. And my summary, like you're self-motivated, enthusiastic, detail-oriented university student. I put what I'm pursuing when I'm graduating, what I'm passionate about, what field exactly I want to go into, what career. And if recruiters see this, they can always email me at that email address or they can message me on LinkedIn. So they can know that you're basically in school, but you're willing to work. Get it, guys?
Yes.
So
Mm.
you can put your featured. There's a thing. Oh, before I go any further, there's a thing up here that says edit public profile and URL. All right, guys. When you make your LinkedIn profile, it has like a bag of numbers at the end. Like that's the thing that's automatically generated. Take it off and customize your URL. Always just have your name. We don't want to see Jordan Elsie 0981716. Doesn't look professional. Well, that's the thing that they give you at first. So always take it off. Edit before you even accept connections or give out connections like requests. Always make sure that you customize everything, put everything on your LinkedIn profile first before you send out connections or followings. Okay. So feature, these are some of my things. I need to update again. So these are some certificates, grades from school, activities. You can even customize and you can make recruiters or any possible connections see your activity, or you can take it off. Mine's currently off. They don't really need to see what I'm liking or what I'm commenting on other people's stuff. They just need to see what's on my profile, guys. So experience, currently a freelance resume writer and artist, finance intern, data entry clerk, assistant chief staff. Those are some work experience. Those are summer internships. If you are a student and you have done summer internships, it's good to put them under professional experience. Next thing is education. Put your degree, the school, what societies, clubs you're in. I have some pictures there for club. Are they in high? Put your diploma, your associate degree, your CSEC, your CAPE, your license and certificates, guys. If you're doing online courses and as you get them, you put them on your LinkedIn profile. So I've done courses at Yale University. I've done courses at Google. You know, because of Corona, you just try to use your time wisely. You're not at physical school, so you're in the online space every day. Try to make the most out of it, guys. And if it wasn't for Corona, I wouldn't have started my business. I wouldn't have actually updated my LinkedIn profile and get the benefits I've had. So I've had geographers reach out to me because they've seen my profile, worked on projects with them and stuff. So LinkedIn really helps,
Wow.
guys. So I do stuff, I work with UN, the UN, do courses with them, projects. I translate courses online for UN, and all because of LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is really good. And guys, you're in university, always do volunteer experience. I know sometimes you don't like to do it, but if you don't have professional work experience, it's always good to have volunteer experience as a student so they can know that you're experienced in a field. Volunteer if you want to go in environmental in the industry. You do volunteer work at NEPA if they're accepting. You join the Climate Change Youth Council, which I'm a part of. It's really good. You can engage, you can
Woo.
practice your skills, guys. Climate Change Youth Council, place to be, guys, place to be.
Amazing, yes.
Yes. So have your skills and endorsements, guys. On LinkedIn, you need there are specific skills you should always have on your LinkedIn. It's like a beat. I call it a beat. So marketing, business development, business strategy, entrepreneurship, program management. These are like automatic skills you should develop. It's really good to have in today's society. I'm a GIS student, not GIS student, I'm a geography student, but I'm doing GIS. So my tools, ArcGIS Pro. ArcMap is currently outdated, not really using anymore. So you use ArcGIS Pro. Um, Technology overall is GIS. I use SPSS for spatial and statistical analysis, Google Analytics. You get certified in those. Those are free. If you're interested, you can message me and I can send you the links to all these things. You can get certified in them and then you in turn put them on your resume so you can wow the hiring manager, right? Interpersonal skills you should have. You should always try to be a leader, team leader. Teamwork is the way to go. You have to learn how to work with people and you have your accomplishments. I put my courses that I've done online and at UE. I have my honors, I have the scholarships, I have ranking in CAPE, organizations. These organizations are what I'm volunteering in, guys. So if you have organizations that you're volunteering, always put them on your LinkedIn profile and your resume. So, you know, one English, like one language is English, yeah. So I'm still learning Spanish, but that's like a long way to go.
So, Jarda, just by looking at your profile, I can see why recruiters would like to look at LinkedIn as well, because I would think that to me, it shows way more than what a one-page resume would show you.
Yeah, yeah. Cause what they do, you know, you see when they go on your like, if you send like an email, you send your job application and your resume, right? And you have your LinkedIn. Always have your LinkedIn URL on your resume, right? They'll click on it and they'll see everything. Sometimes the way how your LinkedIn profile wow them, they're not even about to look at your resume. You get it? Because your LinkedIn should always be your online resume, and I'm not gonna stop saying that. It helps, guys. and always put your interests. My interest is Esri because I do GIS. Esri is the GIS, leading GIS thing. IBM, that's for SPSS. I work with UN, World Health. So these are my interests. So, right, guys, so this is like an overview of my LinkedIn. Always remember to edit your profile URL. Okay, guys, so if you haven't, you can do it now. So let's go back. Conditional. Oh my God. Okay, guys. So we're going to go back. So resumes and cover letters. Everybody here have a resume, right? And a cover letter, a general one. Can you
Yes,
put
I
in the
did
chat?
mine.
Yes, guys. Like it's a mandatory thing. You need it. You need a resume because you're going into the work where like in a couple even days or months, you need one. So guys, you need a cover letter. A lot of people don't know what a cover letter is, right? So when you see like a job posting and they say, send your resumes to this email, don't just send your resume alone. Always send a cover letter because they classify cover letter under your resume. You need it. It's like it goes hand in hand. Don't send your resume alone. Send a cover letter as well. A customized one. I do general and I do customized ones. So if you have a job application like you want to do, you can come to me. If it's a secretary job or a GIS technician, you can come to me and I can tailor it, customize it, and you can send it by email, right? So your cover letter, always have your contact info, your salutation and intro, your body paragraphs. Guys, you should have at least 2 short body paragraphs. So you can explain how you can help the company achieve its goals, showcase relevant experience, education, and skills. So this is where you brag. You brag about your skills and not too much, but you brag about your skills and experience so they can hire you, right? Call to action paragraph. That's where you tell them to like schedule an interview, right? Don't ask like demand it because you're so confident, right? And you have your sign off. Always put your signature, like kind regards, put your signature and you sign your name. If you want this template, I have templates. You can ask me for them. Message me. And you have different types of resumes, chronological, functional, combination. I think the best one is the most common one is chronological, where you list everything in reverse chronological order. That's like your work experience, guys, your volunteer work, and your education. So functional is where you list the skills is the highlight of the resume if you don't have a lot of work experience. So I think a functional one or a CV would be good in high school, right? But then for university students who have detailed work experience, so like you work in summer or you do summer internships, you can use a combination one where you have both, like you have education, you have work history, and you showcase your skills, your courses, your certificates, guys. So the best one to use is a combination one where you have all of those. It's a combination of chronological and functional. So you list your stuff in reverse chronological order. And that's education and work history. So you list the most, if you don't know what that is, you list your most recent stuff first. So if your last work was in 2020, right? And the last, well, that's the last one you did. And then you did 2018, 2017, you did 2021, 2018, 2017 go down, right? And you use keywords when you're doing your descriptions or like your responsibilities and tasks. So you could say you successfully managed or maintained databases where you save the company X amount of money. And it's good to always, on your resume, you try to list accomplishments rather than responsibilities and tasks. But I understand that at the university level, you don't really do a lot of work history. So you kind of have a simple type of responsibility scheme. Only if you're working for a couple of years, your accomplishments, like you save the company X amount of money or you do this in a small amount of time. You can put that on your resume as you go along and as years go by, right? So let's take a look at my resume. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah. So this one, I need to update. I need to update it again. So you have your name, have it in bold. You can have it at the side, center, anywhere. But once it's in bold and it captures the hiring manager's attention, guys, you put what you are. So I'm a geography and a management studies student. So like down the line, if I'm working, I can have GIS technician or data entry clerk or administrative assistant. You put that here. Yeah. And you have your profile or your professional summary where you write what you're doing, what, right, like the main skill that you're basically engaged in. So I'm engaged in ArcGIS Pro and SPSS. So for thesis, I'm doing it for school and for even work and stuff. And like you're a student, so you can put what you want to be. So instead of having an objective, I would leave the objective thing to like high school students. If you're a university student now, you can write what you want to be, but you have to write as a professional summary where you highlight your skills that you've probably gained through the years at university, right? So you have your contact, you have your number, official professional email addresses, guys. Always use a name, nothing else, nothing else. Put your address. It's always wise to not put your full address, no street address. You can put your community, your city, your parish, your country. So for international purposes, you put your country, right? And you put your LinkedIn profile. You put your professional experience. You can actually format your resume in a different way where you could put like the things that's to the right, you can put it to the left and put what's on the contact education on the other side. You can format it anyway. Put your education. Always put your expected graduation date on your resume. Hi, I need to put mine. Hiring managers don't know when you're going to graduate, so they need to know, right? Because they can start from 2015 and still be in school, right? So put your high school diploma, associate degree, you put your key skills. I put my key skills here, right? Underneath, you have your achievements. So you can put, if you're on the dean's list, if you've got academic commendation from, I'm in SciTech, that's a faculty, whatever faculty you're in, you can put that achievement. For, this is one version. I have multiple versions of a resume. I'm just showing you one. High school diploma and associate degree. For your university, if your GPA is over 3, if it's 3 and above, you put it on your resume, okay, guys? And you put your core courses, like, so for example, I've done urban regional planning, still doing it. You can put it on your resume that you're pursuing it. I've done GIS, I've done climate change, environmental change. Put them on your resume. So even if you don't have professional experience, like in the field itself, you have done courses, so you have like you have knowledge of the topic or the field. Understand? So for organizations and volunteer work, it's good to do volunteer work. I'm currently a part of Aspire Jamaica where we do mentorship programs. I'm currently a graphic designer for them. I mentor students, volunteer, the outreach programs. So you go to children homes and stuff. So it builds your character as a student and as an individual. So I'm a part of the Climate Change Youth Council. Graphic design again, that's what I do. You do outreach programs, you plant trees. I'm currently in this club right now, or meeting. I'm the treasurer. So attend meetings, maintain records of funds raised, plan fundraising activities. I'm active in the church, for my Holiness Christian Church. You don't have to put your church stuff, but it's always good depending on where you're applying to. So to avoid discrimination concerns, you don't always have to put what you do in church, because you know how the world go and stuff. So I'm part of the youth ministry, part of sign language, certificates. you put your certificates on your resume. So I've done the Google Fundamentals of Digital Marketing. That's a good thing to have. Whatever field you're in, it's always good to do a marketing course. Always good to do a marketing course. I've done nature-based solutions for disaster and climate resilience. So I've done that with EDX, and I'll show you guys that in a minute, and SDG Academy. So it builds your character. You gain new skills, right? Don't just rely on UE. Don't just rely on UE. Branch out, guys. Go and get those certificates from online courses. Guys, it's really worth it. It builds your character. Okay? Yeah. It takes skill to like put all of those. And the thing is, you can't even put everything on your resume because you put the things that pop. And then when you get your job interview, then you can discuss other stuff, right? So, like, for example, your volunteer work. I do a lot of volunteer work. I can't put all of them on the resume, but if you get that job, guys, you can discuss it so they know that you're well rounded. All right. So, like, a few tips. Seeing my screen? Just asking.
Yes, we're seeing.
Yes, guys. So if you're applying by email, always send your resume and cover letter in PDF format to hiring companies. A lot of people didn't know this. Don't send Word documents to bound by email, guys. Please don't. You see, when it goes to a different computer or a different machine, the format is all jumbled. So you only send PDF. Okay? All right. Did everyone know this already?
Yeah, and what I can say is that like yesterday on Twitter, there
Mm-hmm.
was a big uproar over that because apparently some HR managers are taking a hard line stance saying if you don't send in the proper document with the correct formatting, they're just not going to look at it.
Yeah.
And yeah, some people disagreed, but some HR managers they're like that. They're like, we're not going to look at it.
Yeah. And guys, you see, if you send a resume and it name resume, them not even gonna look on it. I'm being honest. Save your resume as your name. Don't save it as like resume version 2 or just resume, because when it goes to their email, right, and they're going through a job application process and they download it from your email, your resume going to be resume 100 in bracket because other people own send, and if they're looking for yours specifically, they won't know which one it is. You understand? So save your resume as your name. So my name is Jordan Nelson. Save it as that. Don't put no Jordan Nelson resume. Save it as your name alone, nothing else. Okay, guys? Please. And the next thing, which other tip? For your resume, yeah, your PDF, professional email address. What else is there? No references on your resume. It's redundant. They know that they're going to need the references after. Them not going to call nobody first. They're going to look at what you are as an individual, as a potential employee, guys. So they're going to look at your LinkedIn and stuff. They'll even read recommendations from your LinkedIn and even hire you like that. So no references on your resume. You make a separate reference sheet where if they're comfortable with you, they'll email you and ask you for it. And even then, they're not even ask you for it because I'm going to look on your LinkedIn, they look at your recommendations, your endorsements, and they'll take you like that. That's why I say LinkedIn play a great role now in the job application process, right? So red flags on a resume, the spelling, the grammatical errors, the long or unexplained career gaps. I don't think we are like as students will go through the unexplained career gaps because we're students. We do summer internships or Christmas internships or special holidays. And so they'll automatically understand that if you have that in your headline as a student, right? Lack of resume customization. Guys, never send the one resume you have to like 10 different companies. You have to customize your resume every single time you apply to a company. So anybody send the same resume to like 10 different places, 5 different places? Have you guys done that? You should not. You guys should customize your resume using keywords from the job posting. So for example, if you really want this type of work and it says you need analytical skills, interpersonal communication, a wide knowledge in GIS, put those on your resume. So if they're using a tracking system, it can pick you up and you're automatically qualified, right? So you go to phase 2 of the job application process for them. So always customize your resume, guys. Don't use the same resume to apply to 2 different places. Doesn't work. You have to use the specific keywords that are in the job posting and you put them in your resume so it can be acknowledged if it is tracked. I don't know if Jamaican employees use that tracking system. I don't remember what it is. Is it ATS? I don't remember what it is. But always it's safe to use the keywords. So it's my business. I'm a resume writer, I'm an artist, I paint, do abstract, I do all type of things. I do resume revamps where I'll just revamp the old resume you have. And when I give you that revamped resume, you can customize it again for job applications. I also do the customized resumes where if you have a specific thing coming up or application that you want to do, you can come to me and I help you with it. We can have a session over Zoom. That's what I do. I even WhatsApp. I help people through WhatsApp. Custom, same thing for the cover letters, a general one where you can customize it yourself, or I do the customized ones. I do LinkedIn makeovers and I do CVs. I do CVs mostly for high schoolers. CVs, I say CVs are for high schoolers or people who are going into academics, right? So where they need to know everything that you did from 7th grade. Only those things, only those jobs that require you to know everything, you have a CV. But as a university student and you're starting out, entry level jobs, have a resume. Okay, guys? So you can follow me on those platforms, my number, and I'll have it at the end of the presentation again so you can get it. Online courses, as I said, EDX, Esri, Coursera. I think these are the top 3. There are more, but it's good to like try these out. EDX, some of them are free, and to get verified certificates where you're acknowledged worldwide, right? You pay a fee, right? For Esri, you have MOOCs, massive open online courses. You can, if you're into GIS, you can go on Esri, do the courses and get skills. And yeah, for Coursera, it's the same thing. You can always audit the course, but to get a certificate of completion and verified certificates, you have to pay a little fee. And it's worth it, guys, because you're building your skills. And this is an example. This is an example where I did a MOOC, Spatial Data Science in GIS, so it helps me. Stuff that I'm not learning in UE, I take the opportunity. I have good time management skills. You'd find the time out of school, go online and do these courses because they don't offer them in university. So you go and build your skills. Same thing with Coursera. I did a course at Yale University through Coursera. Worth it, climate adaptation for human health. And you can realize that I'm doing courses that's based on my career path, which is geography. And geography is not just human, physics. You have all types, you have social, economic, everything is encompassed. And geography, a lot of people don't know, geography is basically in every sector. Every sector has geography. People just don't know. And we have different careers. As I said, not only teachers alone, you can have in geography, you have GIS analyst officers, environmental consultants, meteorologists, you have urban and regional planners, climatologists, and you have cartographers. And if you're a cartographer, it's always good to be a GIS analyst or vice versa, because they basically do the same thing. Cartographers basically focus more on map making and visualization. So it's good to be both. You can, you can expand your skills and stuff, guys. So let's go into yeah, let's go into different types. So you have your environmental consultant. So guys, did you know that there are a lot of jobs in geography? Did you guys know?
Yep.
You guys know,
And
right?
just teacher alone.
Yeah, and I just teach you
Yeah,
alone.
man.
And I just teach you alone here. Like you have some GIS people who are making millions a year out here, guys. So you can do it. You just need to find your right workspace. If you're not interested in GIS, you have whole heap other things you can do in a geography. Environmental consultants, guys. So you can like, for example, work to ensure that you like the commercial or government clients comply with like regulations and address a variety of environmental issues, right? So this type of job like offers the opportunity for like a structured career path with a potential to like specialize in an area of interest. So work experience would be very beneficial for entering this role where you can have potential employers include water related organizations and government. So guys, environmental consultants are in almost every company. You have NEPA, water, NWC, ODPIM, even housing agency, because you know when they're building houses and stuff, you need environmental consultants. For GIS, it's the same thing. You have like radar, you can go through collection, storage, analysis, presentation of complicated geographical information, right? So GIS, these are spatial, can do spatial data analysis, all those things you can do. And for urban and regional planner, you can be that as well. I'm currently doing a course, urban and regional planning. I might go into this, it's so interesting. So you can deal with like the management and development, not only of towns, but like cities, villages, rural areas. So as a geographer, you need to have analytical skills and knowledge of the environment. So like you use those skills to like improve existing infrastructure and find solutions to environmental issues. So that's what a urban and regional planner do. Like that's what they do. And if you're a regional planner, you can also be a urban and regional designer where you design different infrastructure, buildings, roads, how they look and stuff, aesthetics. So you can do that as well. You know, the same old teacher, lecturer, researcher. That's not the only thing I have in geography. You can do it if you want to like pass on your geography skills and knowledge to like the next generation. You can do that through high school or college or what else? Further education institution. So in order to like do this, you can have like a bachelor's, I think. You can have like a specialized study at master's or like the PhD level. So you'll need excellent communication skills and creativity so you can actually teach geography. And it's also a fulfilling role as well, but it's not the only thing in geography, guys. Always remember you have different aspects, guys. So branch out. Don't just stick to that. And then you have your meteorologist where you know you can understand, observe, forecast the Earth's atmospheric phenomena and how like the atmosphere affects the Earth and life on the planet. You also use GIS in meteorology. You use GIS in cartography. And as I said before, cartography is like the map making. You make different types of maps. You use charts, spreadsheets, travel guides. You use SPSS for spatial analysis and stuff. So you have different things. You have digital mapping techniques, and you don't really need a postgraduate degree to be like a cartographer. You can stop at bachelor's and then branch out at different organizations, earn those internships, because through those internships, that's where they'll see that you put your skills into play and they can hire you right there permanently, guys. You understand? So you have your climatologist and you have your computer mapping specialist. Computer mapping specialist would be like a GIS specialist, guys. And for your climatologist, it's like they study weather patterns over a period of time. So if you're a climatologist, You can be a meteorologist, you can be both. You don't just stop at one thing. You can be all of these, if you just apply your skills carefully and your time. Geographers have to have good time management, guys, please. And for the typical work activities for climatologists, you can study and interpret data, map reports, photographs. So you realize that GIS is basically in almost everything, right? So it's a growing field and it's incorporated into other geography fields. So it's a good thing to learn. And then computer mapping specialist, as I said, is a that's basically a GIS specialist. So that's when you're highly trained, you can go and do your master's, your PhD. You can do a PhD in GIS and become a computer mapping specialist, where you analyze and maintain geographic maps. GIS specialists make up to 2 mil Jamaican if you want to work out here. If you want to do your master's abroad, you can go and even make more. Right, guys? So these are just a few of the careers in geography. It's not just teachers, researchers, lecturers. If you want to fall back on teach, you can, but push forward and do something else. So ArcGIS Pro, that's like the software, that's the desktop GIS software developed by Esri that replaced the ArcMap software generation, guys. So this is the new thing. It's currently 1,500 USD. It's a lot, I know. The current version is 2.7. That's the current version since last year, February, I think. But you can get a free trial. There's a 21-day free trial on Ezra where you can try it out. If you like it, you can save and then buy it, or you can get it free for a couple of weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, through the MOOCs, the massive open online courses. So let's go on one. Tell me if my screen changed, guys.
Oh, it's in your ear, browser.
Yeah, the online now a browse for something.
All right. So guys, EDX courses, what I said before, it's a site made by Harvard and MIT. So you don't know, big universities worldwide. So you can do those courses. I've done a couple. I've done the nature-based solutions. You can do Python if you want to go technical. You have let's see, you can see all of these. So you have Harvard, you have, if you want to go into web programming, Python and JavaScript. So these are things as geography can go into the use case. So it's called EDX, and it's my LinkedIn. For my Esri, this is the GIS site. I'm currently doing a cartography course, finishes. You can't register for this again, so you have to wait a couple months until they open and they start again. You can do the do-it-yourself GIA apps. So these starting soon. So you can do-it-yourself GIA apps and the location advantage. Get with those GIS skills and put them on your resume so recruiting managers can see. For course era, yeah, okay, sure now. Yeah, this is course era. You can do GIS mapping, spatial analysis. You have other geography courses. So you have specializations and you have courses. Specializations like 3 courses in one, so it take a couple months to complete, but it's worth it. You can do all those, not just GIS, even though I'm preaching about GIS, you have other things. You have business, you have management, you have arts, you have history. All those things are on these sites, except Esri. Esri is strictly GIS. So you have EDX and you have Coursera. Okay, guys, you can check those out. Build your skill sets because you alone won't do it. Yeah. So this is like an example of projections. Doing hurricane data is a project from, it's an exercise from the cartography course I'm doing. So this is how ArcGIS looks. So you can get it free for the courses. The Esri courses are free. If you wish to like improve your skills in GIS, you can go on Esri, apply for these courses or register for these courses. They're free, guys. You have ones that you have to pay for. But if you're just starting out and you're not familiar with the software, you can start out with these free courses. It's another map I've done with Massachusetts, right? So these simple stuff, it gains your skills. So on my resume, I can have cartographic skills or map making skills. You get it? Or creative skills because you learn how to make maps. Another one, downtown Singapore, where I've shown the tourist attractions, rail lines, rail stations, and you have different type of map rules you can learn if you want to be a cartographer or a GIS analyst, right? And the final thing is to be productive throughout your time at UA or in school, high school, if you're in high school. These are a couple of productivity apps that you have. You have Rescue Time. Remember the Milk, Focus Keeper, Evernote, My Life Organized. You can take a quick screenshot if you wish of these. They help you to manage your time and to get things done. Right, guys? So that's it for my presentation. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, business emails, like a cell phone that you can screenshot this as well. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, kind of my map page where I share my certificates, my photos, my maps. So field trip photos, everything that I've done. It's like a little portfolio, but I keep it on Instagram. So you can keep updated with me. You can ask any questions. Right, guys? So on the right now is my business page where I do resumes, paintings, cover letters, CVs, LinkedIn makeovers, business cards, right? So I do graphic design. You can link me up if you want like a stunning resume revamp or help to apply for a job. We can schedule a Zoom meeting, guys. So that is it.
What about the Jardi maps? Where is the different graphics I'm kind of blind? So
Repeat it.
I was saying I want to Jardi maps, but I just realized it's there and I just can't see it because I'm not having my glasses right now. But yeah.
You're not here, you know.
I'm not wearing my glasses, so I couldn't see the Jardi maps, but it's there.
The
But
what?
yeah, the Jardi
The
maps.
Jardi maps, he didn't realize it was on the screen. He wasn't paying attention.
I'm not wearing my glasses. It's
Him.
broke, so I can't see so well. If I understand. But anyways, Jardi, I
Guys,
really appreciate it. It
yes,
was a very, very important, informative
guys,
presentation. Girl,
you need to head into that professional.
girl,
Yeah,
I forgot link
you be
because
alone, not cutting
more
it. Guys.
resume I forgot do. More resume I forgot do. My
No
LinkedIn I forgot do.
two-page resume around
Mm-mm.
here.
As every time I see
Thank
resume,
so
I miss
much.
around.
You
Jardi,
literally
I'm
brought
gonna check your
like
WhatsApp.
three
Your babes.
presentations in
Oh, wait, we
one.
better check. What?
Check the WhatsApp, because I know some link already for my team. No load me up, please. I'm looking for a combo deal.
Proud of you though. This is so much to do, and you do it
Huh?
all so well.
Guys,
It
time
honestly does.
management, time management. Like sometimes you even go mad, but you know what? Put on a smile and just continue.
He said, Jardi, you're the master of time management, yeah, man.
My
Say,
friend have a
except,
6-page resume in a
except,
one.
except for thesis. But let's not go there.
Oh, not so much people up on our LinkedIn. All right.
500 and guys, you need to know like majority of them. You need to know your connections and send a personalized invitation, connection invitation. Don't just say connect. I always send that invitation, especially when you're going to connect with like professionals in like geography. You say you're a student at university doing geography, blah 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 blah, and I would like to get to know more about your work, and then we'll willingly explain what them do. And if them have a job opportunity coming up, then we'll remember you. Don't because you take the time and talk to them in them inbox and you can get an opportunity like that. Like when we get it because we sit down, I'm explain, and that is how you get your opportunities. So don't just send connections like that. Personalize your invitations to connect. Okay, guys, that's another tip. Yeah.
Jardi, when we're going to NLA,
Hmm?
when are we going down to NLA? You're going to don't hear me.
Oh, oh, oh.
When you forget a job down at NLA and fly to Jersey and them thing there.
Oh, as soon as we're done school, can't do no work now.
If you fly 20 and name something there. If you fly 20 now and take 2 pictures and say, yeah man, 100 million for that. Thanks. And send an invoice and say thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes. So guys, any more questions? I'm here. Wow, guys.
You left us in our
I don't think
Any more?
I don't think I have any more. Just wonderful presentation.
Thanks. So you can follow up my business page, guys. See there? Yeah, both of them. One is a portfolio and one is a business page. So you can follow, screenshot everything. So guys, thanks for coming out. I can talk all day about this because I'm try. Okay,
just one quick question.
Yeah.
I know you've already said it, but like I've tried boosting my LinkedIn, but like sometimes it feels like it's so much work, but I know you have to keep posting and so on, but
as I said, there's a right time to post on LinkedIn. There's a specific time. There's an algorithm. You know, each social media has an algorithm, right? There's a time where you can even post a simple status and you get over 1,000 likes. Why? Even though you don't have a lot of connection, because you know how LinkedIn works. When you like something, then it comes into a second rated connection and they can see it and they can like it. So there are specific times. And there's nothing as posting too much. It's just posting what is quality that's important to you and what you want to get out there, guys. Okay. Oh, thanks. Continue, Gabby, if you want.
Oh no, I'm just somewhat shocked because like young people our age, I've heard quite a few of them say I've had so many opportunities just because of LinkedIn, and I'm on LinkedIn. Like, what kind of opportunities are you talking about?
You can't just have your
profile. Is the profile.
You can't just have your profile like that. You need to get out there, send the
style and pattern.
Yes, and there are specific times. So if you want to like connect with international people, like from England, you have to know when their algorithm, like what
time them awake and them thing.
Yes, and what time to post. Don't post normal Jamaican time, you know. Like in the 12
because them time them asleep.
Because them asleep and them see things.
Yo, it just a click.
It is a you have to study. Guys, not send on the things, man. But no one send in a number. Anybody here who want the links, just send a number.
Yeah, just me, thanks.
In short, Gabriel, and for everyone listening, we have to get enough. Short, we have to just get enough with the right things. In short,
that's really it.
Okay. Who what's your name?
iPhone.
Jada, here I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send them the link to join the UGS club group, right? And then them can just put it in my hand and then send the stuff. Yeah, make it easier.
Guys, you know, so job hunting is like a job within itself. So you have to start.
Yes, girl.
You have to start somewhere. And we're in home, like how many of us in our final year? We know where we're working in a couple of months. Do we know?
So do that, Jarda. We have ideas.
It's the reality. I talk about, you know. I'm first year. No problem. You're going to reach third year eventually.
Yep, blink 2 times and you're here.
Mr. Like, when I just start you with. Okay. Nick, okay. I have no experience. Don't worry about that, man. Everybody have to start from somewhere.
All right, guys. So the link is in the thing, so you can click it in the chat. Yeah, so you can just click it. Right. When you go in there, you say, "Yo, Jarda, I'm on the thing." Right, and Jarda go see it. So yeah. And if you were in there before, you can join now.
Jessica.
So Jarda, wait, I'm flinker. I'm reach one for the thing.
What, for the resume?
I want 2 things. I want the LinkedIn. I want the resume.
Guys, You know what's best for you? Let's go with Jardi Art here. But oh, this. Tuna, okay, I'm gonna save your number. Nicola. If that's your name, right?
All right, I'm going to turn off the recording and I can continue conversating.
Yeah, man.
Put stuff in here.